Hello, photogs. For this week's assignment, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little quickly about, or just briefly about, what the intent is and what we're going to be doing. I have decided that in interests of not having to worry about making prints, not having to worry about the technology that people have, for all three of my photo classes, Photo 1, Photo 2, Photo 3, we're going to focus on learning a little bit about visual literacy while we're out of school. I found this really great curriculum online as a part of a Facebook group that I joined for photography teachers looking for online resources to help teach. And this is by a magazine called Aperture, which is a photo-dedicated magazine to fine art photography. And they put together this program about learning visual literacy. And I think that all three levels of my photo classes, you guys are really going to benefit from this. The positive side of this is that because it's going to be more about your ideas and less about finished images, I think that you're going to get more out of it, and you're going to be less concerned about not having access to my cameras while you're gone, while you're out. So the first assignment I will post, and I'll put these up once a week. I'll post an assignment a week, and we will have opportunities. I'll give you guys opportunities for in-progress kind of questions and critiques during the week. I'll host some Zoom meetings and things for it. So let's talk a little bit about what the assignment is. I'll kind of share my resources with you. On the Google Classroom, you're going to see this document here. The assignment is called This Equals That. And what the idea is that you are looking for and searching for things that visually relate. And there's a lot of different ways that you can find things that visually relate. So please read through this carefully, this assignment brief. There are some activities that you're going to have to do, and one of them is going to be to pull up these documents that I have that talk about what the lesson or what the assignment is. There's also a program workbook. We'll be working from this workbook, so I'll post this one to the Google Classroom as well. But the idea is that visual literacy is about looking at form, looking at what the things look like, but also looking at content, thinking about what it is and how visual images communicate to us. So the lesson that I'm actually starting, my lesson 1 is actually their lesson 2. It's called Form This Equals That. Go through this workbook and answer these questions. You don't have to write these down physically. I'm not asking you to do that, but I want you to look at these two pictures and look at, what do you notice? What do you notice about the second one? What is the same? What's different? Why do you think the photographer who did this put these two images together? This is this page 6 is a bunch of images that go along with the activity. So if you guys look back at this document, I have a pre-activity for you, which lets you or asks you to look at the This Equals That vocabulary document, and then the document called Visual Dominoes. I want you to scroll through the Visual Dominoes images. And if you look at this, the way that these are done is the curators of this program have an image. And what they did was they found a match. So this equals that for some reason. And then they took this image, repeated it again, and found another image that relates. So looking at this, I see the triangle shape here, and I see the triangle shape here. I see the colors of white, red, and blue here, and I see white, red, and blue here. Then this image, seeing these sort of triangles together, sort of look like teeth on a saw, and here are saw blades. Then looking at these saw blades carefully, this might look like steps and stairs. Looking at the stairs, I see spirals, and there's a spiral here. Looking at this spiral, seeing that same kind of shape repeated in this map. Looking at the map, seeing that repeated, the colors and the lines in this map. So this is not just visually linking, but this is also subject matter. They're both maps. Then taking this map and seeing colors of the rainbow, and then seeing the rainbow here, and then the rainbow here, and the similarity between the sunset here, and the sunset here in the water, and looking at the guy who's fishing on the water. Again, not just visually linking, but also content-wise. Looking at the guy fishing, and then a fish market. Looking at the fish market, and then the pile of books, and how visually these sort of relate. Looking at the pile of books and the pile of bricks. Looking at the bricks and seeing a pattern. Looking at the pattern and seeing colors. Looking at colors and seeing another vase with flowers in it, or plants in it. Looking at the plant and seeing a tree. Looking at the arms of the tree and seeing the arms of the octopus. Looking at the arms of the octopus and seeing this jack. Looking at the jack and the texture on it, seeing the texture of the orange. Looking at the orange as a circle and seeing a circle. Looking at the texture of the sand and seeing the texture here. And so on and so forth. So look through the rest of these and see how this, for some reason, equals that. Your activity, after you guys warm up and do the warm-up activities, your activity is to go through this vocabulary list. The vocabulary list of shape, subject, texture, form, pattern, line, color, 2D versus 3D, signs, symbols, subject matter. If you look in the program workbook, I believe page 7 talks about subject. What is the main idea of the photograph? What's the person in the picture? What is the background? What is the foreground? I want you to take each of these and make visual matches. So you're going to take your own pictures for this. You're going to take a picture of lines and find another image that matches it, that's similar in lines. There's a bunch of ways you can do this. One of the ways you can do this is just to take each of these visual vocabulary words and find two things. This equals that. They're the visual relationships. Or you can take a bunch of pictures of a bunch of different things and then try to find the matches later. Either way is totally fine. Post your work to the Google Hangout. Get feedback on it. I'll kind of catch up with you guys and get questions on that Google Hangout this week. And then we'll kind of wrap up and see what you guys do at the end of the week. If you have any questions, log on to the Google Hangout and ask questions, or send me an email. Again, earlier if you guys look back to the work that I gave you guys last week, the optional work, there was a video about joining Google Hangouts. So I did this on March 18th. You can see it here. Good luck, and hope to see you guys soon.